lot of these fitness influencers are just insecure. They don't value themselves. If they're not at like 6% body fat, 10% body fat, they think they're not a valuable human being. And that's really fucked up, because it's really superficial, because they get their own self-worth, self-value out of the physique that they have, instead of the person that they are, the knowledge that they have, their personality, their beliefs, their ideals. And that's really fucked up. And that's some shit that not a lot of people in the fitness industry talk about. So we're on the way to the gym. I want to talk about some stuff. Basically, this content creator lost a lot of weight, became Gymshark sponsored, and then vanished off of social media for, I forgot how long, maybe like a month or two. And I kind of want to point something out. So this person lost a lot of weight. It was a female. Her name is Anna Archer Fitness, and I think she has really good messages for people. Not a person that put out bad information, honestly. But I just kind of want to talk about a struggle that she went through, that I've kind of also went through, and that I know a lot of people in the fitness industry go through, and potentially newcomers that are trying to get in shape and better themselves and everything. Hyper focusing on getting really lean, aka hyper focusing on getting really small. So if you're trying to get lean, pretty much, if you don't know this, you're gonna have to weigh less than what you think you have to. But basically, a lot of people in fitness industry, they hyper focus on getting really lean, really shredded, obviously to the point where it's really unhealthy, really unrealistic to sustain for a long amount of time. And you have plenty of content creators that struggle with this. Anna Archer Fitness, like I said, Stephanie Buttermore, Jeff Nippard's girlfriend, if you guys know who they are. So many people, physique competitors, and bodybuilders, a lot of them will get really, really lean, really shredded, but they don't sustain that, or they can't sustain that unless, they really struggle with it, and, they really limit how much food they have, or if they hop on, like, some drugs that, help you stay at that different or that lower body composition. So, and even then, if you're using drugs, it's still pretty hard, because you still have to limit your eating. You still have to lift weights, and at a lower body fat percentage, your energy is just decreased overall. You shouldn't be hyper focusing on being extra lean, being extra shredded, fucking just almost no mass whatsoever, even like muscle mass. Because whenever you get lean, your body fat comes down, but for most people, especially naturals, your muscle mass also will come down, because your body just has to find somewhere to get that energy from, and your body is really smart, so it'll pull it from the muscle. And so being like this, holding yourself to this standard, not only is it physically difficult, but it's also mentally difficult, because you don't allow yourself to go out to eat to certain places. You stop eating your family's cooking, the cooking that you grew up on completely. You just start developing all these very unhealthy habits that before I started getting into fitness, I didn't bat a second thought about it. Like maybe my mom made a certain dish for dinner or something, and now I won't have it, because I'm just like, okay, that's too many calories, or I want to look like this, and I know if I eat this, in the short term, yeah, maybe I'll go over my calorie limit for the day, but in the long term, is it really going to affect me? No, it's not going to affect you. But these are the types of thoughts that you have. You think like at the moment, making these little small decisions is gonna like just completely it's gonna completely undo all the work you've put in. But no, it doesn't. Your body and your physique, it takes a long time, it takes a while for you to build that physique that you have. But it's really easy to do all your work. It's really easy to just start binging, just start eating shit food. And then there lies another conflict, because you're trying to be lean, you're trying to be shredded, and you're also trying to have, like a normal habits with food, a normal relationship with food, but you've already put these negative thoughts into your mind, like if I have this, I can't because of too many calories, or whatever reason, too much sugar or whatever. So you just start avoiding different things, and that just leads to unhealthy habits overall. And a lot of people idolize these figures, these different fitness influencers. They put them on a pedestal because they look a certain way, they have six packs, they have whatever their physique looks like, and I think that's really, really bad. It's an issue because not only not all the influencers, but a lot of these influencers, they have influence. That's why they're called fitness influencers. They have influence on the public, on social media, on different age groups, different people, more so the younger generation, maybe people that are like in their teens, early 20s, things like that. But even it depends who you watch. So these people, they project this image of themselves, saying that if you work out, you're gonna look this way, when in reality, not everyone's gonna have really shredded fucking 10-pack, just 5 months into working out, or fucking huge quads, or fucking huge arms with bulging veins, or whatever it is that they're portraying on social media. And it's an ego thing, because on social media you want to be the best, you want to be the most best looking, you want to be attractive, you want to have the most clicks. And so it's like this thing where you're competing for attention, so you go to different extremes. It's like a little kid throwing a tantrum. If you don't give a little kid the attention it wants, it's going to start doing more extreme, more dangerous things to get that attention. That's how fitness influencers are. They don't think, a lot of them, not all of them, a lot of them don't think about like the influence they have on people, the influence that their words have on people, and then the influence that the images, the videos that they portray on the internet have on people. And those expectations are set onto us, and nobody's really at fault to blame of that. But honestly, I think it's our own fault, because we internalize these things, these issues that maybe society has. And I mean, how do you go up against society, as an individual? Because it's really hard for a group to get together and fight against society, because you can't really turn down society unless you take it over or something. So how do you fight against it as an individual? Just if society has this ideal look, this ideal standard for you, how do you fight back against it? And honestly, fuck it, like, don't live up to these expectations, because there's no rules out there that says you have to look a certain way. There's no rules out there saying you have to eat a certain way, you have to look a certain way. Like, you just have to turn the other way, say fuck you, and live your life. Because I mean, if you're living for other people's entertainment, or if you're living for other people in general, then you're not really living, because life is your own. And I don't really know where I was going with that, but just don't try to how do you say it? Don't try to live up to people's expectations, because it's always a game that you always have to go the next mile. You just have to say fuck it. You shouldn't be trying to impress other people. This is for your health, not for anybody else. The reason why you start this shit is to be a better person, to be healthier. And instead of being healthier, you're introducing different things, because obviously this is a new area for you in your life. So you're introducing different things, different obstacles, different issues into your life that really are unnecessary. And like I said, a lot of people, the whole thing right now, the whole roar is with the Kardashians. Not too long ago, about one Kardashian's picture where she's having body image issues, when these people are the people who have set the body image standard, and now they're complaining about it. So now not even they can live up to their own standards. As Coach Greg Doucette says, not even these people live up to their own standards, because they Photoshop themselves, they take the best pictures under the best lighting, and maybe they diet down to a certain body for a short amount of time, take a shit ton of pictures, and just post them out throughout the whole year. They'll be looking a certain way for like a couple weeks, and then they just take a shit ton of pictures and they just upload them, they schedule them for down the road through the whole year. And I mean, honestly, that's my opinion, that you have to just say fuck it, fuck you to society, and just live your own life. If you don't have a six-pack, but you're working out, like for myself, I'm a Hispanic. Most Hispanics don't have the best of genetics. I'm under average height, so I'm not 5'9", which is average height, I believe, in the U.S. So even there, I'm already below, average genetics. I'm below average height. I'm Hispanic. Hispanics don't have the best genetics. And my family has like a history of being overweight, some obese at a certain point, different diseases and shit. And like, I can't try to be like The Rock. One, I'm not like 6'2" like he is, or I don't know how tall he is. I'm not gonna be able to build a body like his because I'm not him. And society just, it's fucked up. Like, they just portray, a lot of these people have issues of their own that they have to figure out. A lot of these fitness influencers are just insecure. They don't value themselves. If they're not at like 6% body fat, 10% body fat, they think they're not a valuable human being. And that's really fucked up because it's really superficial, because they get their own self-worth, self-value out of the physique that they have, instead of the person that they are, the knowledge that they have, their personality, their beliefs, their ideals. And like, that's really fucked up. And that's some shit that not a lot of people in the fitness industry talk about. I know, like, I went from talking about hyper focusing on like looking a certain way to going into societal issues, but I mean, it's all intertwined. The reason why these people go to these extremes to look these certain ways is because they're trying to live up to social media's expectations. They're trying to live up to society's expectations. Me, as someone who goes to the gym, since I don't have a six-pack right now, I still get shit from my friends, I still get shit from my family. They look at me and they're like, where's the six-pack? And I'm just like, well, if you knew anything about anatomy, we all store body fat in different places, and we all have different genetics. Like, one person might have a six-pack at like 15-20% body fat, but someone else, they just store all their body fat in their fucking torso. And it's like, these people are portraying society's standards onto you, and it's fucked up, honestly. I mean, how do you fight back against it? If some shit's already set, you just kind of say, fuck it, fuck you, look the other way. I mean, there's nothing much else you can do, and just learn to value yourself, learn to love yourself, because a lot of people just can't do that. And that's a different topic for another day. Self-worth, self-love, finding yourself, and really being okay with who you are as a person, with your own body, at whatever body composition that you're at. And this kind of intertwines with body positivity. I'm not all for body positivity when it comes to promoting obesity and all that stuff, but I'm pro body positivity, as in be okay in your own skin, no matter if you're however heavy to however light to whatever normal weight you might be. You should love yourself for who you are. You should love your own body, because it's a blessing to be alive. It's a blessing to have a body to live in. And honestly, like, it's something that even I'm working on, because a lot of these things I say, I can say, and a lot of things people can say and they just don't believe. So I'm going through that journey of self-worth, learning to love myself, learning to be okay with myself, living in my own skin, being okay with my own thoughts and ideas, being okay as an individual, being okay not looking a certain way, because, like, yeah, that's just shit that really, honestly, we put on ourselves, and also society kind of puts on ourselves. But at the end of the day, I mean, if you just bat the other way and say fuck you, like I said, you don't have anything to worry about. And I mean, that's the easiest solution, in my opinion. It's hard to implement. It's an easy solution, it's a simple solution, but it's hard to implement. Like let's say for math, you're trying to get good at math. How do you get good at math? Just practice more math. I mean, it's a simple solution, but it's hard to implement. So yeah, I mean, I might just end the video here. Honestly, I don't know what else I have to say about this, but let me know what you think of this video, if this shit bothers you. I kind of want to get away from filming in my room. But yeah, I mean, if you like the video, leave a like and comment, subscribe with the friends. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video, guys. I appreciate it.